Rain, heat, humidity, thunderstorms. I mean, we have everything but snow this week,
boy.
right? I know. Pump the brakes. None of that. I don't want to see any of that either. Although yesterday in Montana, they did see some snow. I hope that cools you off a little bit. Every bubble on this map represents a thunderstorm damage report or a report of hail or high wind over the last 48 hours. Look how many bubbles there are, and they're not just in one area. And a lot of scattered wind damage over the last couple of days. The heat, the humidity really hanging in tough over the last several days. We are still at 90 in New Philly, but with the humidity factored in, it feels as if it's around 100. We call that the heat index. In Cleveland, it's a tiny bit cooler, but still pretty hot. We're in the 80s, and you can see we do still have some lingering thunderstorms out there. One right offshore of Avon Point, and then we have a bigger thunderstorm out over the open waters of Lake Erie, over the area over Lake Erie. A little tongue twister there today. North of Akron, down in Summit County, we have a cluster of storms there. And then right across central Medina County, you see that little thin green line. That's what we call an outflow boundary. It's basically rain-cooled air being pushed out from the center of a thunderstorm, and that can sometimes spark additional thunderstorms. It can also cool you down when it moves through your area. So I hope you just got some cooler air coming in Medina. Any thunderstorms we have out there tonight will fizzle out by 10, and it's going to be very warm and humid overnight. You probably guessed that. We're still going to be in the 70s this evening, and we are going to do this all over again tomorrow, and on Thursday, and on Friday, and probably on Saturday too. In fact, I think we still have thunderstorms out there even during the day on Sunday. We're going to talk a little bit more about that, and of course we'll walk you through Wednesday hour by hour, coming up at 18 after.
It helped.
Yeah, at least, you know, when it starts raining, it stops being in the 90s for a few minutes, right? Or maybe like an hour. Then, of course, it warms up. And still humid out there. Our current heat index in New Philly is still 100 degrees, almost 8 o'clock at night. This is like weather in South Alabama, right? This does not feel like Cleveland. 94, our current heat index in Sandusky, 88 in Cleveland. Why so cool out in the lake effect belt? Because we had all those big thunderstorms come through. So tough to recover at this hour of the day when you saw that much rain. I'm surprised they haven't warmed up a few degrees, but I don't hear any complaints from out here. Not a lot of thunderstorm activity left, but there is some. This thunderstorm off Avon Point, it looks like it developed right off that outflow boundary. Remember at the beginning of the show, I was showing you that little thin green line in Medina County? That's the same outflow boundary, and as soon as it pushes out to the west off of a prior thunderstorm, boop, we get a new thunderstorm right there out over Lake Erie. Really interesting meteorology taking place today. West of Dover, down in Tuscarawas County, we have some thunderstorms there, and then south of Canton, right on 77, we're tracking some storms. So I think for the next few hours, we'll continue to see kind of scattered stuff, a very hit or miss. We're not going to be seeing any widespread rain additionally this evening. Our next round for more numerous thunderstorms will arrive tomorrow. Yes, essentially the same forecast as today and as yesterday. This is our next big thing, another first alert weather day. So out the door tomorrow, I think we're good to go. I'm not expecting any rain or thunderstorms for the morning commute, but it will be very warm and humid. We are in the 70s to start the day. Another hot and steamy day. We're in the 90s, feeling like the lower end triple digits again. And then here come our afternoon thunderstorms. This is Future View at about 3 o'clock, which is only about 2 hours later than they popped up today. I can't rule out a storm as soon as 1-2 o'clock tomorrow. Notice how they're just kind of drifting across the area. Some of these may be severe again, just like what we saw today and yesterday. Torrential, slow-moving downpours, which can, of course, prompt some localized flooding issues, damaging winds, so please don't be caught off guard by this. Have that 19 First Alert weather app ready to go. It'll always alert you in the event of severe weather moving into your area. Just search 19 News in your app store. The storms visit is allowed by sunset, so around 9 o'clock or so, maybe closer to 10, which is what I think we're going to end up seeing today. And then we'll do it all over again on Thursday, which, by the way, is the first day of summer. Friday, same forecast. Saturday, same forecast.